all know car manufacturers publish official 0 to 62 times for their cars, but typically these are done in the most perfect of conditions and with professional drivers.
But it's all about the weather, the road surface, what tyres you have, who is sitting behind the wheel, how they drive.
Yep, in ideal conditions, with launch control, almost anyone could get that perfect 0 to 62. But what happens in the real world? In the real world, anything can happen.
Today we have two old rivals, myself and Tiff, and a couple of even older rivals, Audi and BMW. First up, the new RS4 Avant, a 450 horsepower estate car with supercar baiting performance. 0 to 62 in 4.1 seconds and a frankly quite pointless limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. With its all-wheel drive and launch control, this family wagon is a drag race master. Room to put your dog, suitcase and mother-in-law and smash across continents in comfort and style. One of the best all-round daily drivers on the market. And today's challenger is an absolute track weapon, the M2 CS. 450 horsepower from its 3-litre turbocharged straight 6, the M2 CS does the 0 to 62 sprint in 4.4 seconds, 4.2 if you had a DSG gearbox, and its top speed is 174 miles an hour. This limited edition, end-of-the-line M2 is a sports car for the purists. Rear-wheel drive and a good old-fashioned 6-speed manual gearbox, making it one of the most fun and playful cars you can buy, even if there's no room for your dog or your mother-in-law. And to see the M2 in some massive sideways skids, be sure to check our recent video.
Right, a very sporty track BMW and a very cruisy looking wolf in sheep's clothing Audi. But both have got 450 horsepower. Big difference, he's got 4-wheel drive and launch control and things, whereas I've got the manual version, which I love, driving a manual gearbox. But obviously, they're not as quick to 62 anymore as these automatic, especially the DSG twin clutchy things. So it's down to me to beat him.
I have to say I've never ever been so confident about winning a drag race ever in my whole life. Even on paper, this car is faster 0 to 62, and that's without having to get the perfect gear change as he has with his little manual BMW M2 CS over there. This is just automatic, straightforward. Put my foot on the accelerator, drag race is over. Tiff, to be honest with you, there's not much I could do or say because this is probably going to be the easiest drag race I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Basically, you've got to get the perfect gear changes, a perfect start, everything's got to be perfect, whereas this, I can just do a normal run and still achieve the same figures. Come on, let's go. Rev your little engine. Now, unbeknown to Tiff, I opted for no launch control, just to raise the stakes and to keep things a little bit more interesting. Come on, Tiff, come on, Tiff.
Oh, I didn't want to mark down. I've got him.
Oh no, all the gear changes. That is the only difference in this race.
I'm coming back at him. He's just getting away. I'm coming back at him.
Wow, that's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
We're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back.
Crikey, that was a bit close for comfort, but how close was it? Let's see that again. A good surface here for a change, and both cars got off the line really well. The Audi nudges ahead, and from there on in, the BMW just couldn't claw it back. Amazing, even with a pro driver, how those vital milliseconds are lost in the gear changes, and it makes all the difference. Wow, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. The gear changes were the only difference.
Just lose that momentum. That's where all these, DSG and, double clutch gearboxes have, finally beaten the 0 to 62 times the manuals.
Not bad though.
Close.
That was closer than I thought. There's only a tenth between them in 0 to 62, so that showed.
But I think that's the DSG version, isn't it? I'm not sure what the manual 0 to 62 is.
Maybe if I drove that would have been a bit closer still.